Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series. The Yankees again are world champions. The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball.
Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Welcome back, Yankee fan. This is the Chase for 28 podcast. This is episode number 98. My name is Chris, and I am joined by my podcast partner, the Podcast Padre. What's up, Pop?
Yes, I am healthy again.
Yes, and you're home.
Yes, I was sick, and then we went away to Niagara Falls, so that's why we haven't been on the air for the past 2 weeks. You satisfied, Cousini, Jimmy?
There you go. I feel like we're doing this podcast to talk to two people, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Hey, if you're listening and you're not Alex, and you're not the Podcast Cousini, send us an email, feedback@chasefor28.com. All right, so it has been a couple of weeks, but life is good in Yankee land because we're a fan of the greatest baseball team on the face of the planet, the New York Yankees. All right, before we get into all the greatness, let's go into the past. Let's do our Yankee trivia question from our last episode, which was Don Mattingly wore number 23. The Yankees retired it, the hitman. Okay. What number was he originally given when he came up? All right. Let's go.
So we got guesses.
Let's get Alex's response. Let's see. Alex says, I'm a Mattingly fan, but I have no idea. So I'm going to guess 32. And then he says, 23 is my lucky number, though.
Not for making this guess.
Not for making this guess, no. So the answer is 46.
46.
Alex then goes on to, I asked Alex, well, then how did 23 become your lucky number? He said that was the date he got engaged and married on, whatever month it was.
Okay.
And it was also his first house address, 23 something something Street Road Drive, whatever.
Okay. All right. So the number has meaning for Alex.
So then I said, so no lucky number before you met your wife? And he said, no, not really. I was a swimmer. We don't have jersey numbers.
That's true. Number looked a little funny on his Speedo, I tell you.
Sometimes it was 1. Sometimes it was 1. I should have said earmuffs or something. We also had, going into the text messages, we had a text message from the impatient Podcast Cousini.
Very impatient.
Very impatient. For months, never bothered us. And then all of a sudden you miss a week. Where's the episodes? That's what I imagine he sounds like when he's writing the text.
Yes.
So he got the answer. He said 46, which oddly enough is half of the retired 23.
He is another proclaimed Mattingly fan.
Big Mattingly fan. So this first question, we'll go to the mailbag, comes from him.
Mailbag.
Yes.
All right.
Who is the Yankees bench coach and why is the hitman currently doing this job for the Blue Jays? You're not going to give your answer?
Because somebody else offered him the job. That's why he's not with the Yankees. I don't think the Yankees will ever hire him to be anything on the field.
No, it's easier that way.
It's too much of, there's a former manager, waiting in the wings, and I don't think that they would bring him in.
Do you think Don Mattingly will ever be the manager of the Yankees?
No, not at all. The only time I thought he had a chance was when Torrey left, and there was rumors back then about either him or Girardi.
Okay.
That's the only time I think he had a chance.
All right. Fair enough. Second question from the mailbag from the Cousini. And he says, quote, not sure who said it, but where did the phrase, that's baseball, Susan, come from? And what does it mean?
On a wild guess, wouldn't you think it was someone in the booth talking to Susan?
Now he's going to text us and say, who is Susan?
No,
Jimmy, have you ever listened to a Yankee game on the radio?
Aye.
John Sterling. That's baseball, Susan.
And that's baseball means, like they say, you can go to a game and see something you've never seen before. That's baseball.
And
you
that's
never know
baseball.
what's going to happen.
Yes. All right. So let's not pick on our
Can't
listeners.
believe we had to explain that.
Yeah. I did a triple take when I saw that message. I said, he's not serious, is he? All right. On with the show. If you want to send us a message, please feel free. If we don't know you, we promise we won't make fun of you.
Yeah, we all make fun of the people we know.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So the Yankees are currently 35-20. I remember back to the Joe Torre days, get 5 games over 500, get 10 games over 500, and just kind of take it 5 games at a time. So the Yankees sit comfortably 15 games over 500. Since the last episode, there's a new team in second place. The Yankees have a 6.5 game lead over the Tampa Bay Rays. Boston has fallen apart. Toronto has fallen apart. And here come those pesky Rays. 6.5 games back. The Yankees are
their manager.
Yes. The Yankees are currently in Los Angeles. They're about to start, or as you're listening to this, the Friday night game has happened. You're in the future. You know what happened on the Friday night game. But the Yankees are currently in Los Angeles for a series against the Dodgers. And this is a very exciting series, for sure. Little quote-unquote World Series rematch. However, the Yankees come in a very different team than the team that played them last October.
Yes, this team looks nothing like that team.
I think this team is a better team. This team is a more complete team.
Yeah, more balanced. Yep.
And that goes back to things we said all offseason. I'm pretty sure, check the tape if we're lying, neither one of us wanted them to sign Juan Soto. So They did not sign him, and they reallocated those funds and filled the holes they needed to fill.
Yeah.
So we come into this series with Max Fried on the mound tonight.
Yep.
Probably he's got to be the front runner for the AL Cy Young at this point.
Definitely. Goldschmidt, who after the season he had in St. Louis last year, who would have expected him to have the 2 months that he started off with? What was he batting? 340 something? He's only got 5 home runs, but who cares? He puts the ball, singles, doubles, puts the ball to left, hits the ball to right, sprayed using the whole field. That's what you want.
He is currently hitting 347.
Okay.
He is 70 for 202. 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. So it's not the power, but he's hitting the hell out of the baseball.
Oh, he's on base, and when the lineup turns over and there's men on base, he's getting the hit. He's driving them in.
His on base percentage is over 400.
Yeah. Now, is he going to hit 347 come the end of October? Who knows? But as of right now, who cares?
It
looks
right.
like whatever he gives us is better than what we had last year. I don't see him falling
along
apart
with that
all of a sudden.
No. And to go along with that, Aaron Judge, currently hitting 391. Is he going to hit 391, 400 all year? Probably not. But who cares? He's hitting 391 right now.
Yeah, 391.
And right now, he's the best baseball player on the planet.
Yeah, he's second in home runs in the American League. I think he's actually, what's his name in Boston? Devers has woken up. I think he's got 1 more RBI than Judge right now. But I don't care about Devers. Judge is there. It's 50 games, a third of the season. He's got 47 RBIs. So you're talking about being on pace for what, 140, 150? I'll take it. Home runs, if he triples it, you've got another season over 50, 54, 55 home runs. Sign up for it in a second. And
Aaron Judge leads the American League in hits. He's got 81 hits. He is second in home runs. The Seattle catcher, Cal Raleigh, has 19. And that was a random pickup. Cal Raleigh's on my fantasy team. You are right. Devers has 50 RBIs. Judge has 47. Aaron Judge is second in walks in the league.
Devers must be happy in Boston now that he's the DH.
Hey, here's a big category that Aaron Judge does not lead the American League in, and that's strikeouts.
Really? Okay.
He's not even, hold on, I just want to make sure I got this right. He's not even in the top 10.
Really? That is shocking.
Aaron Judge has struck out 54 times this year. He is tied for 24th.
Wow.
Your league leader for strikeouts, 71. Riley Green of the Detroit Tigers.
Now, since you're looking at that list.
Yes.
I'd almost like to take a wild stab, but I'm just going to ask a general question. Is there a Yankee that is ahead of Judge on that list?
Yes, there is.
Is he an infielder?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Does he play shortstop?
Yes, he does.
How many's he got?
58. So he's only got 4 more strikeouts than Judge.
Oh, he shouldn't be anywhere near. Put the bat on the ball. What's wrong with that kid?
He's also hitting
Now,
246.
I don't care. I'm starting to become disenchanted with Anthony Volpe.
You and a lot of other Yankee fans, myself included.
Yeah, it's like, put the bat. Why are you swinging so? Now, granted, this week against the Angels, he knocked in most of the runs. Okay, fine, all well and good. But he strikes out. He's swinging so damn hard. I'm like, put the bat on the ball. Will you learn something from Goldschmidt, please? Just spray the ball around.
Now, speaking of knocking runs in, I just switched over and I got this list sorted by RBI. So we said Judge is second in the AL with 47. Going further down that list, Anthony Volpe is number 9 with 38, followed by Bellinger with 32. And then 15th, you got Austin Wells with 31 RBIs. So we got 4 Yankees in the top 20.
Okay.
Now, I heard some interesting things just today on social media revolving around that Yankee infield. Something about Jazz Chisholm getting ready to come back.
Right.
And he's going to go play third base.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, he said the right thing. I love the quote. Basically, Boone asked me to play third base. I'm going to play third base. I want to win a ring. I'm not here to fight about what position I play.
There you go. That's the attitude you got to have.
Great attitude. I don't want him to play third base.
I don't know what the plan is. Okay, you make him play third. So does that mean you're satisfied with DJ LeMahieu and what's his face, Vivas, whatever his name is, being your platooning second baseman, lefty righty?
Okay.
And once in a while throwing Peraza out there?
Why not let Jazz Chisholm play second base, which is his natural position?
Yes.
And you want to keep DJ LeMahieu on the field? He played third base for the Yankees too when Gleyber Torres was over there. Let LeMahieu play third base.
I know. I was surprised that they put him back at second. I would think the man is 37 years old. All right. 37 is young. I'm not going to say he's an old man. But I would have thought the younger kids have more mobility to cover the ground at second base. Third base, they're hitting shots at you. You don't need that wide range going to the left and the right. So I was really surprised that they have LeMahieu playing second base and not third base.
He should be playing third. You got Vivas and Peraza rotating all around the infield. Jazz should be playing second base.
Yeah, that's what my mind says to do. But that's baseball, Chris.
That's baseball. Now, see what that means for the listener is like anything could happen. Let's look at this previous schedule here. So we missed getting the opportunity to talk about the Subway Series. I don't know what you thought of it. I thought it was very lackluster. It was nice to go in and win 2 out of 3.
Again, it was nice to do that. It was nice that Mr. Soto stayed quiet, to which he remains this day.
On all fronts, statistically and to his mouth.
Yep. That and again, I don't remember hearing we're both in schools, I got the teenagers and whatnot. I don't remember hearing anybody coming in and, Yankee fans, yelling at the Met fans, we beat you. I didn't hear anything.
That's because the Yankees won. If they took 2 out of 3, they wouldn't shut up about it.
And again, but I would just look at whoever and say, what I've said before, I don't care. I've said, they play the Mets again, another 3 games in July. The Mets could win. I don't care. If the Yankees win the World Series, I get the parade.
Like you say, if you win the last game that's played, that's good.
Yeah.
That's baseball.
Yeah. And again, I'll give you my other comment. If the Mets turn it around and they go and win the World Series, I've been saying it for years. If I was a Met fan, I would sure be tired of watching highlights from 69 and 86. I need to see something else.
You are correct.
So now they'll have 3 things they can watch.
Now, there was something specific I wanted to get your take on. So in that first game, the Friday on the 16th, the Yankees wind up winning 6-2. And the Bleacher Creatures literally turned their backs on Juan Soto as he made his way onto the field and ran out to right field. Any thoughts or opinion on the Yankees literally turning their backs on him?
I guess they all listened to the fan and they did what Tiki Barber said to do. He's been saying that for months. Just turn your back on him.
Yeah. I like how Judge snubbed talking to him in the outfield up until the Sunday Night Baseball.
And they didn't continue to snub him as the game went on in the next game and the next game. They did not continue to snub him. Remember, he threw one of the warm-up balls into the seats and they threw it back at him?
Yes. And then it comes out, okay, we'll talk a little Juan Soto here. Any thoughts or opinion on what Michael Kay talked about in the last couple of weeks about how insiders that he's aware of basically said he wanted to be a Yankee, but his family said go to the Mets, and he listened to his family?
I think that's probably true. I honestly think the way he was treated in New York by the Yankees and the fans out there, I think he did want to sign with the Yankees. But now his family, I mean, you keep hearing about all these other things, that his mother got a wardrobe allowance. There's a private jet to take his family to away games. They got a private box. They got this, they got that. And, these are things the Yankees wouldn't do. And he should, well, let's face it. If he went with his gut, I don't know where we'd be right now. I mean, maybe he'd be happy. He'd be doing like he did last year with the Yankees, but we wouldn't have Bellinger. We wouldn't have Fried. We wouldn't have Goldschmidt. I don't know. I have no idea who'd be playing these positions. So who knows what the season would look like. I just go with it all happened for a reason. I'm glad it happened this way. We're a better team. We're better off for it.
Yes. And I very much believe, and I might be seeing the world through Yankee colored glasses. I think over the next 15 years, the Yankees are still the better franchise and will be over the next decade and a half.
Yeah, it remains to be seen what kind of career he has with the Mets and whatnot, but you never know. They've had a few lemons in the past. You think about all the guys who had good careers and then went there and their career died. Sandy Alomar and what's his name? Mo Vaughn, I think.
Mo Vaughn, Jason Bay. The list goes on and on. But
yeah, they just went there and they died.
Yeah, but this is not the Chase for 3 podcast.
No. Somebody else could do that.
Yeah, somebody else.
Oh, well, enough of them.
Enough of them. All right. What else is... Okay, let me go back to their schedule. Hold on. 23rd with the Mets. Sweep the Rangers. I was very surprised that they swept the Rangers, although I think the Rangers came into that series a little bit by the injury bug.
Hey,
take advantage, win the games you got to play.
Yeah.
Last weekend, 2 out of 3 from the Rockies. I mean, Rockies played them tough Friday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rockies have a long way to go to be a baseball team, but good for those kids.
I don't know if it's the camera angles, the way that whole field is set up, but that looked like they were playing in the Grand Canyon. There were balls sitting. I'm like, where the hell are the outfielders? They're like they're running a country mile to go get the ball.
Colorado has a very big, spacious outfield. And that's no joke. That's not the camera. It is a big outfield.
It looks like they should be playing by softball rules. They should have 4 guys out there.
And yet the ball flies.
Yep.
The ball flies.
Well, they all got what they wanted to see. Judge hit 2 homers. That's what they all wanted to see.
Yes.
Although he didn't hit one up into the jet stream.
No.
But they all count.
Actually, going back to when we did the last episode, they were in Sacramento at the time. The Sacramento owner, Aaron Judge, came to town. He did hit a home run in that series.
There you go.
Sweeping the Angels.
Which was the team where Judge hit the home run? Where the shortest home run of his career, right down the right field line, like hit the top of the wall right near the foul pole and went over? That happened since the last broadcast.
Was that on the road? Was that against the Mets?
No, it was in Yankee Stadium. He hit one right down the right field line. Okay,
since our last episode, then that was against Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, that had to be against Texas.
Yeah, they asked him about it, and he said they all count for 1.
Yeah,
doesn't matter how far it counts the same thing. You don't get anything extra for distance.
They do not. The series against the Angels. It's always nice to beat up on the Angels.
Yes. I didn't realize Mike Trout was hurt again.
He's back.
He missed like 24 games already.
But he's back. I think he's coming off the IL this weekend.
I feel bad for him. He's a good kid from New Jersey, had a great career, except now the last 5 years, he's fallen apart physically.
Yeah. And he's not old.
No. And they said this year, I mean, they said he had like 9 or 10 home runs, but it was like this year, all of a sudden, it was all or nothing. He was either hitting a home run or striking out.
Yeah.
I think his back is gone.
Backs are a fickle thing for a Major League Baseball player.
Yes.
Mattingly, David Wright, gets a lot of guys.
So who are we now? I guess if we do this, we're going to be called greedy. We're in first place. We got a 6.5 game lead. But as of right now, who are we not thrilled with their performances so far?
Volpe is at the top of that list, I think.
Yeah, Volpe's on my list.
I'll be honest. He's the only one. Everybody else, I mean, Aaron Judge is. Let's see. At this point in the season, we're past Memorial Day. Aaron Judge is an A+. Max Fried is an A+. I think Carlos Rodon is a B+, A-.
Yeah. He made his Jeter play the other day.
Yes, that was quite humorous because I think, I don't think that was necessary if he actually took the time to make the play. But hey, he made the play.
Yeah, I don't think there's one you never see before. I've never seen a pitcher do that turn and make that jump throw.
There you go. Actually, let's go around the horn. So, I starting pitching, certainly an A.
Yeah, everybody. Warren looks like he's discovered himself. Schmidt's doing fine.
Heel is I think he'll be throwing from the mound at Dodger Stadium this weekend.
Yeah, he started throwing. Yep.
So reinforcements are on the way.
Yarbrough's been doing great.
Yeah.
He's actually 5-6 innings.
He was on the Dodgers last year for people that don't realize that. So this weekend he'll be getting his World Series ring.
Yeah, he's getting his ring, yes.
And actually, before we go around, so he's getting his ring, and I saw a little quick interview with him on social media with somebody. And he basically said, yeah, I'm sure they'll give it to me discreetly, and then I will just kind of put it away as fast as possible. And, maybe when we get back home, I'll take the time to look at it, but I'm not taking it out in front of anybody on the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, you got to be classy.
Yes. Also, speaking of rings, love this from your favorite player, Giancarlo Stantober. So
that name.
Yes, the Yankees this week got their American League championship rings. So, a couple of things that stood out. Not sure if you're aware of this. One, Giancarlo said, quote, "This isn't the one we want, boys," and quote, "I better not see any of you wearing this."
Why? I'll run away from you. You'll take 3 steps and fall down.
Nah, I like the sentiment there.
Yes.
Good Anthony Volpe came out and said he tried to tell the organization, "I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it." And they were kind of like, "No, you have to take it." So he gave it to his dad.
Okay.
So that's nice. That's it for ring talk.
Okay. All right. But now you keep going around.
Catching.
Ben Rice. Catching. Escara. Doing great as a backup.
I think between the three of them, because again, I think in Colorado, Ben Rice finishes the game at catcher.
Rice, finishes the game. Yeah.
So
he's the emergency man.
The emergency man. I would give catching a B+. I mean, I don't think we're getting quite the offense we want out of the catching position.
Yeah.
But
Wells, not yet, but we'll see. We'll see.
First base, I think Paul Goldschmidt is definitely an A-.
A-. I was going to give him an A+.
All right, A+. Let's go.
Okay.
Jazz has, hurt, but
no. When he comes back, he better wake up and stop swinging from the heels.
All right, so then I would say second base this year so far has probably been a B-, C+.
I give it a C.
All right. Anthony Volpe at shortstop. I'm gonna have to go with
shortstop.
D, C-.
All right. I'm going to give him a C-. Yes.
Third base. Yeah, third base. That's a combination of Cabrera.
We're getting nothing out of third base.
So third base is an F, which is why you see a lot of headlines. Yankees looking to trade and acquire a third baseman.
And every name I've seen, I don't want.
Yeah. You know who I want to play third base? Put DJ LeMahieu at third base. Put Jazz Chisholm at second.
Yes. Makes sense to me.
All right. Into the outfield.
Rate all.
Jason Dominguez. I'm going to go C+, B-. I think he's figuring things out.
I really like watching him at the plate. I think he's got good command of the strike zone. Now, does he strike out? Yeah, they all strike out.
Yeah.
But he's got a real good eye for the plate. He had his 3 home run game, but he gets hits. He's batting in the 240 something, right?
He is batting 239, 52 strikeouts. He's got 6 home runs, 24 RBIs.
Okay. I think he'll improve as the season goes on. I like the Martian.
Leads the team.
My favorite Martian. There
yes.
You go.
Tied for team lead in stolen bases. Him and Volpe each have 7.
Oh, when they show him, when they got the camera on him and they show him running from first to third or from second to home, he runs like a freaking deer.
Yeah, he is fast. All right, continuing around the outfield, Trent Grisham, A. Actually, I might go A+ because we're getting way more than we expected, but kind of what we thought could be there. But again, he just didn't have the opportunity last year.
Yeah, now he's in there, yep. And Bellinger is waking up.
I think Bellinger is definitely B+.
Yeah.
I was going to say Grisham, 12 home runs, 24 RBIs, batting 255.
Yeah, that's fine.
Odd, though, no stolen bases for Grisham.
He's not a speedster.
Okay.
He just gets a good jump on the ball in center field.
Yeah. All right. Bellinger.
Yeah.
Definitely like what we're getting out of him. B+.
Yeah.
Currently hitting 258, 32 RBIs, 8 home runs.
He was below 200 for a while. So.
Yeah. So he's been figuring out over the last month or so. And of course, Aaron Judge, our captain, A++. Bullpen. I think the bullpen has been very good. I think they're starting. That's in spite of Devin Williams not being the person we thought we traded for.
Yeah, he gave us a little scare the other night where he gave up 2 runs in the 9th inning.
Almost coughed it up. But that's got to be concerning.
Yes.
Because we are 8 or 9 weeks into the season, and he hasn't figured it out yet.
Yeah, it just seems when they put him in to close a game, the games where he's not coming in to close, he's been doing fine. I don't know. Maybe it's a little mental block.
I don't know. Everybody else? I mean,
no. Loizaga is coming back strong.
Everything looks good.
Yeah, everything is good. Cruz, Hill, they're all doing fine. Just don't overuse them.
Yeah.
They keep saying Stroman is on the verge of pitching, but I don't know. Although I did read that now that you're getting to a point in the season where Stroman comes back, he can't get that innings he needed to guarantee next year's contract.
Oh no.
He might be more tradable. So now a team could get him and say, okay, we can pitch you, but that option for next year isn't going to kick in. So that might be a plus.
So it's like the NBA. He's got one of those expiring contracts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely think we're going to see him get traded.
Yeah.
He'll pitch in the minors. He'll do a little rehab. He might come up and pitch 1 or 2. And if he shows something good, then whoever makes an offer for him, take it.
Yes. Sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right. You know what else sounds good to me? A little Yankee trivia.
There we go.
So, we're going to do the Yankee trivia question, and then I got a couple things from this day in Yankee history, and then we'll wrap it up and send you on your way so you can enjoy the weekend. So, Padre, what is our new trivia question?
Okay. Trivia question. Who was the first Yankee relief pitcher to win the Cy Young Award?
Graham Lloyd.
I think he came in 5th in the voting.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's not Graham Lloyd. So there's a hint, Alex.
There you go.
All right. We will have that answer for you in our next episode as we prepare for the Aaron Judge episode 99, coming your way probably next week. Should be next week. We'll see.
Should be.
All right. This day in Yankee history, a couple of interesting things happened in Yankee history. As we go back, we got to go after the Met series. Actually, no, I got to go a little bit before that. All right. So some things that happened. May 15th, 1941, Joe DiMaggio began his legendary 56-game hitting streak.
Yes. Fun
fact. Did you know that in the minor leagues, playing for the Oakland Seals, Joe DiMaggio had a 61-game hitting streak in the minor leagues?
Yes, I did know that.
Okay. Well, that'll be a trivia question one day in the future.
Okay. When his 56 streak game got stopped, he started another streak.
It was like 15, 20 games?
Well, go look it up.
All right, I'll look it up, which means it's probably more than 15 or 20 games.
No, I'm pretty sure it was, I'll tell you, I think it was 16 games. So he hit safely in 72 out of 73 games.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's wild. All right. May 19th, 1998. Yankees are playing the Orioles at the stadium. And in the later innings, Armando Benitez hits Tino Martinez with a pitch. And one of the most infamous brawls in baseball history takes place on that day. May 28th, 1948. Joe DiMaggio hits for the cycle and collects 6 RBIs in a 13-2 win over the White Sox. DiMaggio hits 2 home runs, a triple, a double, and a single, and he narrowly missed another extra base hit. What else we got? May 21st, 1930.
I guess they didn't rest their players at the end of the game on a blowout.
No, they didn't. May 21st, 1930. Babe Ruth hit 3 home runs versus the Philadelphia Athletics in the first game of a doubleheader. Feeling confident, the great Bambino, famous left-handed hitting slugger, came to bat in the 9th inning right-handed, and he struck out.
Sounds like something you do.
Yeah. Now, the Yankees lost that game 15-7, despite the 4-team home runs.
Wow.
The A's scored 9 runs in the 7th inning. What else we got? Here we go. May 22nd, 1922. The Yankees began construction on Yankee Stadium. No reaction.
No, that just shows you how fast they built things in those days. It was ready for opening day.
Yeah, what'd they do? They built the Empire State Building in a week, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It was fast.
Yes.
May 28th was a busy day in Yankee history, so I could not just pick one thing. So May 28th, we'll go oldest to newest. 1941, rookie pitcher Hank Bowery picks a perfect time for his first big league hit when he helps himself in the bottom of the 5th inning with a ground rule RBI double to tie the A's 2-2. He then throws shutout baseball the rest of the game and is rewarded in the bottom of the 9th inning when Joe Gordon smacks a single. It was his second win in Bowery's career. I'm not reading all the words. I wrote a lot. Go check us on Instagram at ChaseFor28Pod. 1946, the Washington Senators edged the Yankees 2-1 before 49,000 plus in the first night game at Yankee Stadium. 1946.
Okay.
In 2004, in closing out the Yankees' 7-5 win over the Devil Rays, Mariano Rivera notched his 300th career save. And in 2011, after a single to lead off the 3rd inning, Derek Jeter stole second while Felix Hernandez, passing Ricky Henderson for the most stolen bases in Yankee history with 327.
Okay.
And that's this day in Yankee history for the last couple of weeks.
I think you missed one.
What did I miss? Oh, I did miss something because I skipped a day. Go ahead. What do you got? I know what I missed.
Does it have to do with Mr. Jeter?
It does.
He made his debut.
I believe his major league debut was May 29th.
Something. It was this week against.
Yeah.
I think it was against Seattle.
Yes,
in Seattle, and they showed a picture of him. He got a base hit between third and short, and he was standing at first base next to Tino Martinez.
And that would have been in 1995, right?
Yeah, 1995.
Yeah, crazy.
Yep.
All right. Well, that covers everything we wanted to cover in this episode. Thank you to SeatGeek for powering the Chase for 28 podcast. If you're looking for tickets to Yankee games or other sporting events, concerts, and shows, go to chasefor28.com/SeatGeek. Download the SeatGeek app. Use our promo code CHASE428 at checkout, and you'll save $20 off your first purchase. And we want to hear from you, Yankee fans. Alex and Cousini, feel free to text. For everybody else, if you don't have my number, email us, feedback@chasefor28.com. Or you can DM us on Twix, that is at ChaseFor28Pod, or Instagram at ChaseFor28Pod on Instagram. And of course, would love to get voicemails, ChaseFor28.com/voicemail. My name is Chris. He's the Podcast Padre. Go Yankees. Let's squash the Dodgers. And we'll be back next week. Say goodbye, Pop.
Goodbye, Pop.